how do we reduce the customer acquisition cost through various tactics. Some very successful businesses have launched highly scalable referral programs, reference programs. You're familiar with like the common net promoter system, where you ask the question like, you know, a scale
Yep,
1 to 10, how likely are you likely to
of course.
recommend Jason's business? What I found is that most companies don't then follow up with their promoters and ask them, hey, is there anyone in your network or any other friends that could benefit or think you would love working with what we offer? When you think through those things and actually lay out a plan, there is so much low hanging fruit within your user community where they would happily go to bat for you and pull in referrals, which you don't have to pay a high CPM or a CPC on a Facebook
Right.
or a Google advertising. So there are a lot of low cost, low CAC playbooks that tap into the power of the community and specifically like the promoters in that community that might be able to drive growth without the heavy spend.
You know, again, you're bringing up a really good point, because as we're pitching investors and we're submitting our pitch deck and you know applying to Y Combinator this week, everyone wants to know what's your CAC. That's what they keep asking, and we've managed to get ours down to 79 cents a user, whereas 80% of
That's
our
incredibly
users.
low.
Well, not only that, just hear this out. We've hit 80% of our users are organic. So we've done what you just said. You just said
Wow.
you just asked, how do you figure out a way to lower your CAC and get more referrals? Well, that's what we're doing. We're getting more organic growth now. So we just keep thinking to ourselves, imagine if we got that infusion of cash, how big it would get and how quick it would go. So everyone keeps asking me the same thing. How do we get this low CAC? How do we do organic growth? I tell them everything in this podcast and I show them our documents, our data.
To the library of dbtventures.com. And I'm reviewing 10 to 20 ideas a week. So I would love to
Oh,
talk to
wow.
you personally and other folks that are looking for funding. My typical check size is 25 to 250K. So I wouldn't say I'm a massive allocator, but usually that amount of horsepower or dry powder is enough to do something.
Yeah, and not only that, that amount is the exact amount we need for the WeFunder, for example, to get the SEC thing kind of going and then be able to get follow-on funding from people that have said, once you get that lead in there, we'll pull in another $1 million
Yeah,
or something. So I get it.
nice. Love it.
Awesome. dbtventures.com. Guys, check it out. I love the library idea. Guys, read the books. It sounds like you put a lot of work and effort into it.